career or workplace. So what is it about being trapped, and what mistakes people make, how dangerous or good or bad it is for your career and for you as a human. So here we go. When people feel as if their passion turned into, in the workplace, turned into a must do, kind of daunting must do process, and they feel they can't do anything about it, they cannot change it, they often described it to me as being trapped in the role or company. The reason we feel trapped are complex and multifaceted. The more we feel trapped, the less opportunities we see, the less possibilities, and the less positive we are about our own abilities, talents, and skills. And we feel resentment to even consider a move or a change or do something about it. I encourage you to listen to the end, because not only I'm going to talk about um, downsides of feeling trapped, mistakes people make trying to fix it so you can avoid those mistakes, but I also will give you 3 steps out of feeling trapped into back into fulfillment, back into productivity. You can apply those steps right away and make the end of this year a very different ending for yourself for this year, which may bring great results for your career growth and career development. So the reasons why people may feel trapped, because it's quite a complex feeling. Trapped means that not only you got maybe a bit stuck in your career or in your career progression or role, but also you see no way out of it. So why do we feel that? Some people may say that their career excited them from the beginning, but there is no more growth, there is nowhere to go in the company. They don't see any ways or vacancies to fill in available for them. So, for one reason or another, they may feel they need to stay put where they are. And that makes them feel quite constrained by the role or by the position. The lack of growth within the company, as I said, may also make you feel as if you came to a dead end. When we begin to feel the kind of stuckness, the lack of opportunities, lack of ways out, we all also feel that our own abilities and talents are a little bit not enough. So we simply feel lack of qualifications, skills, and experiences, perhaps. So when we feel trapped, we believe we lack necessary skills, necessary qualifications, even though it may or may not be true. But we feel that to shift and change for different position or different career is going to be very, very challenging, and therefore the prospect of starting new sound very daunting. We simply fear a change. Fear is normal, and well, now this podcast is coming close to Christmas, so there are many different aspects add to the pot here. So you may not want to change because of Christmas, because of different vibes and shifts within the company. So fear of change. Personal circumstances. You may have health issues, children, obligations, financial obligations, mortgage, some financial loans or something like that, that you feel you simply cannot afford the change. We often, would you believe it or not, some people feel reluctant to change, and they feel stuck or trapped in their current roles because of their attachments to title. So let's say you worked really hard to get where you are now. It looks well in CV. Not only it provides you with financial securities, it provides you with a status, if you like, and changing it may be challenging to acquire the same type of role, and people just grow to this belief. They say, no, I'll not acquire the same position, so I better stay where I am. So it's kind of trapped by choice, if you will. Some places may not have a very healthy or productive, progressive leadership. And to be transparent and just the way it is, some places may have toxic relationships and cultures that do not promote kind of healthy relationships within the company. So again, you may be bound by the contract, you may need to serve, you feel you may need to serve your time, and that's why people stay stuck and put, should I say, stay put where they are. So the more we get consumed by all these reasons why we choose to stay or why we have to stay or must stay, the more we get consumed by the process and feel trapped. And the less opportunities we see and the less energy we have for things like our passion, for things like to invest our energy into career growth, to even career growth in this place. One of the biggest downsides of feeling trapped is actually being pessimistic about positive changes that may occur and opportunities that may occur in this role, within this company. And more than likely, when we feel what we feel of being trapped and I just have to do my time here, we miss those opportunities. So these are very common mistakes that people, it's not mistakes, it's the paths that we take and feelings that we feel that lead us to very underwhelming results. We also grow resistant to change when we feel all those feelings of being trapped and stuck and whatever else in the position or job or company with the company that we may fell out of love with. We just feel resistant and get stagnant in our career growth. We get very little or kind of below acceptable level of satisfaction. So overall, it's kind of underwhelming experience. So feeling trapped without a way out, that's what it is really. Without support and true reflection often leads to decisions we will later regret. So that's how I thought this topic is very, very important to us, that you will avoid all these steps in going down, down, down. And now I'll talk about mistakes that you can actually take note of, whatever else other people do. If you feeling that you're on that path of feeling down, feeling underwhelmed with your role and what you do, and feeling trapped in your company or role, just please take note and avoid the following mistakes. We are settling for unhappiness. This is one of the biggest, I think, downsides of feeling trapped, because trapped is being constrained, being not only being stuck in the role or position or company or with the company, but our inability our inability to see the way out, and to see the way out of that situation, and to seek change and to seek support even. So we settling for unhappiness, which will sooner or later spill into your personal life. And coming up to festive season and everything, you don't want to be cranky and, agitated uncle or auntie who needs to be left alone, basically. So please, 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 do not settle for unhappiness. And the main the easy way out of it, just seek to speak to somebody, seek support, and seek positive ways out of this situation. Mistake number two, everybody, the majority of people, should I say, tend to do that. We do more of the same thing. So if we increasingly feel kind of constrained and increasingly feel trapped in the role, we just have to get on with our job. We must do what we must do in order for job to be done right. And it's all kind of da-da-da-da-da. We just basically stick with our musts rather than wants. So we neglect our desires, we neglect our joyful part of ourselves. We just do what we must do, just get that done. Just get that done. Get the job done. Which is really, you see how that will get you even more frustrated, even more underwhelmed, and maybe even overwhelmed by the sheer amount that of must do, kind of robotic type of working, doesn't bring much satisfaction. We feel change. It's natural to a certain extent, and when we feel trapped and underwhelmed and what have you, fear of change is quite real. And change will be the last thing we would consider, because especially when you have bills to pay, financial obligations, change looks very, very scary indeed. We lack self-reflection. That is another mistake people make, that really, it sounds like nothing. Sure, where do I get time to self-reflect? I have work to do. After work, I have this, that, and the other. But self-reflection is an important tool that will allow you to simply see things for what they are, to look at your values, look at what you still can bring to the table, and how you can still enjoy the process, enjoy your job, enjoy your role in your company. So reflection is very, very important, and reflection is something, the tool that will guide you into the path of fulfillment again. We disregard our current skills. We simply disregard them. We're so much afraid and resistant of change. We're resistant of looking at opportunities, that our skills begin to look smaller. We just say, no, I just don't have enough. I just don't want to look at new job opportunities and so on. So they keep us small and keep us neglecting our current abilities for the growth. So those are mistakes people make. So you can take note of it, and you can actually scan your own feelings and steps you are taking right now if you feel underwhelmed or trapped or stuck in your role. If you feel all those feelings and make those steps that I just called, it's important for you to know that there is a way out, and important for you to seek help. Please do speak to someone. There are lots of coaches like myself including, whoever you resonate with. make that goal, take that action, because feeling trapped and underwhelmed will lead you to career stagnation and even things like depression. You do not need that in your life, especially coming up the festive season. So, what are the 3 steps I'm going to give you today to get out of that feeling of being stuck somewhere you don't want to be, or maybe do something you don't want to do, or most importantly, not seeing the way out of it. So what can we do? You take proactive steps to address the issue causing the dissatisfaction, causing this feeling, this rift from something that you've done or something that you do on a daily basis. Whether it's discussing with your next in line, whether it's your MD, whether it's your operations manager, whoever that may be, or simply maybe even discussing with somebody who you trust, or a career coach, or just a third party, that somebody who you trust. And you discuss that, exploring new opportunities. And within the company, if you speak to somebody within the company, just go against what you feel, go against what you're, it's not really against, but confront your fears, confront your resistances, and ask, are there new opportunities? Because this is what you're interested in. Are there different roles going around? And you need to discuss your dissatisfaction within your company. That is the tip number 1. So get out of that cocoon you put yourself into, trying to protect your energy and whatever else. Just get out of it and speak to your next in line, or speak to a coach. Explore opportunities. Take time to understand yourself. Now, sounds wishy-washy? Not at all. This is my tip number 2. Think about your passions. Think about what you excel at. Okay, just reconnect with that part of yourself that enjoys life, enjoys his or her work, and reconnect with that part. Just give yourself a couple of minutes on your lunch break or whatever. What have I enjoyed doing last year or this year or whatever? Why am I liking this role so much? Or even if you dislike a role, or a company, this is a gentle reminder, maybe rather even strong reminder. I bet you that there is a part of your role, or there are parts in the company that you still enjoy. You enjoy doing something, you enjoy some processes, some, I don't know, strategies or whatever within the company. And when you do take part in those strategies, parts of your role that you really, really enjoy, all I'm asking you is pay attention and enjoy it. Simply enjoying things that you enjoy doing will get you out of that daunting, horrible feeling, right? So take time to understand yourself, connect with your passions, and enjoy. Pay attention to what you enjoy in your current role or within your company. Tip number 3. This is actually something that this tip is very close to my heart. I experienced it a couple of times in my life, and being reminded of it made me feel a lot better in a very, very bitter, challenging situations. Your current situation or feeling of being trapped is not final. It's not final. It shall too pass. When you get out of that feeling of being encircled by these limits, and you just simply let yourself know, remind yourself that this is not final. This will pass. It's just a patch, it's just a period of time. Challenging perhaps, but I will come out on the other end and it'll all work out. As simple as the words are, it does make imprint on your subconscious and it does make you feel better. How soon this will pass depends entirely on whether you're willing to actively seek support, whether you're willing to get curious rather than enclose yourself into this resistance and negativity. So I really encourage you to get not only get curious, but to remind yourself that this is not final and the way out is only one step away, and it all may be easier than you envisaged to yourself. So, if you're serious about your career growth, now this is almost the end of the year, and 2024 could be very different if you apply those steps and be serious about applying those steps. You may make yourself feel different in 1 week. Never mind, you don't have to wait till next year. But if you want to build a successful, progressive career, perhaps in leadership or just a career move, make a move in January, I really encourage you to make a call. And I have 2 spots for next week for 2 conversations with 2 people. So please take advantage of it. It's free of charge. It's complimentary, just to help you to get your steps into the right direction, to develop a path of growth and fulfillment rather than feeling stuck or restricted or trapped or do something that you must do. I encourage you to do something that you love doing and enjoy. So, chat to you soon. And until next time, please make sure you book the call, and the link is in